freedom to make the soul of our people dance. People hear the call, I call for unity. Together none will fall, to share God's destiny. Dancing on the keys of life in perfect harmony. Daughter, father, son and wife, won't you dance with me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, raise it again. Raise it again. Mercy pain from your heart, rhythm to make you rhythm to make the soul of our people dance. Rhythm to make the soul of our people dance. Oh, oh, Buruka, 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 Bantaro, Awadupe, Awabotipe, Buruka, Bantaro. Oh, Buruka, 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 Bantaro, Awadupe, Awabotipe, Buruka, Bantaro. People gather round, I want you to listen well, to set your spirit free. I have this tale to tell. Can you hear rumbling of the drum? Feel it, mystic sound. As it elevates you now to a higher ground. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, rhythm to raise the middle, rhythm to raise the dead, put the pain from your heart, rhythm to make it. Oh, rhythm to make the soul of our people dance. Rhythm to make the soul of our people dance. Oh, Baba go every day, Baba go every day, the Monday, Baba go every day, the Monday, Baba go every day, every day that I love that, Baba go every day, every day the Monday, Baba go every day, every day that I love that, Baba go every day, every day that I love that, Baba go every day, every day the Monday, Baba go every day, every day, Baba go every day, yeah, yeah. How we feeling? Woo. Woo. Woo.
We care for your eyes. That's why Value Optical recommends world-leading transitions lenses that protect your eyes from blue light and 100% of UV rays. They automatically adapt to changing light conditions, making life simpler and more comfortable for your eyes every day. Now available in 4 new style colors for you to personalize any frame and express your style. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Smile, beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love. Police, got it. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division.
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true you have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Ronnie, do you have $488 to lend me?
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Sky is not the limit, please stay open. Be a voice for change and inspiration, yeah. Be true to yourself with every motion. Be fearless when you speak, the future's waiting, yeah. Just be, just be, just be, just be. Be mobile, just be.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
And now for the reading of the daily newspapers.
pleasant good morning to each and every one, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the street, 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. Pleasant good morning going out to my entire family. Pleasant good morning going out to Ms. Sharon, Felix, and Mr. Dominic, Romain, and their entire family. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, to all of our viewers online, for those of you that are locked on via whatever mechanism that you are. It's always good to have you guys on the inside with us. Pleasant good morning also going out to the management and staff of the street, 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. IWER George and his entire family. And let me let you know, give you that information, as we always say, that we are live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM's Facebook page. Also, you can see us on YouTube at IWER TV. And in just a little bit, I'll be sending out the link so that for those of you that normally get that link from me on a morning, so you can get on the inside and join us and see what's happening in studio. Okay, so in the meantime, let me head over to the Express. Hold on. Right. Headlines in the Express. Ghost towns. Griffith Hills first 19-hour holiday curfew a success. May ends with 326 COVID deaths. Just pray and hope that there is no more. So let's see what's going on the inside. Right. Hostage unlocks mansion. $1 million robbery in Princestown. Police are searching for 3 men who invaded 2 Princestown homes and made off with over $1 million in cash, cars, jewelry, and items on Sunday. May ends with 326 COVID deaths. In the space of 1 month, the families of 326 people were left in shock and heartbreak after losing their loved ones to the COVID-19 virus. Ghost towns. Downtown Port of Spain was the domain of both the homeless and pigeons yesterday, interrupted by the odd police patrol or the shriek of an ambulance siren. Okay. Right. Embattled NCRHA CEO on COVID-19 onslaught. Embattled Chief Executive Officer of the North Central Region Health Authority, NCRHA, Davlin Thomas, is silent and calls for him to resign. A helping hand with no strings attached. It is said there is no free lunch, so is China expecting anything from Trinidad to be in return for 100,000 free Sinopharm vaccines? Man killed hours before curfew. A Lacano Road, Santa Cruz man was shot and killed 3 hours before the beginning of the 10 a.m. curfew yesterday. Venezuelan man attacked, robbed of thousands. A Venezuelan man was stabbed, beaten, and robbed of thousands in United States and local currency on Sunday. Coroner's inquest into dirty water stabbing death. A coroner's inquest has been ordered into the death of 36-year-old Nikisha Allen of Simeon Road, Pity Valley. 26 arrested for partying in Valsayn. 26 people were arrested at a residence in Real Spring, Valsayn on Sunday for breach of the public health regulations. Found, 2 men go missing after cross-country trip. Update, these 2 men have been found. They are telling relatives their vehicle broke down in an area where there was no cell service and they were forced to overnight. So these are the stories that are making way in the Express at this time. So in the Newsday, police break up private Valsayn Zest, arrest 26. MSJ proposes national COVID roundtable. Alexander, help businesses, middle class and small man survive COVID-19 restrictions. Survive the restrictions. Come clean on lake asphalt, embarrassing, tells government. Man found dead in Barataria. CARICOM trade ministers to discuss COVID-19 vaccines. Republic Bank's executive director, COVID-19 creates virtual opportunities. Artists, local Indian music needs innovation. NAMDEVCO can supply food hampers for next 3 months. PAHO over 1 million deaths from COVID-19 in Americas. Digicel to host virtual empowerment conference for young women. Fire leaves Shogunas man homeless. Wade Mark, are you accusing burnt out doctors of murder? What stupidness. Trinidad and Tobago collects 10,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses from Grenada. AG begs public hold strain a bit longer. And these are the stories that are making way in the Newsday. So over to the Guardian, headlines in the Guardian. Curfew success. I'm seeing another thing here. I'm trying to open it up so I can see what it says exactly. Let me see if I can make it out now. Well, I guess not. They said cops close South Supermarket. I think that's what I've seen there. The headline in the Guardian. So TNT a virtual ghost town. Former minister give differently abled access to COVID vaccines. COVID-19 pandemic, the way forward for TNT. Business leaders urge banks to help customers during lockdown. NCR HA Half the EWMSC staff not in quarantine. Animal abandonment on the rise during pandemic. Tobago villagers want exorcism where boat with bodies found. MSJ wants government and opposition roundtable on COVID-19. Well, we read that just now there. 16 COVID deaths, 271 new cases. Missing man found. Mount Hope man charged with businessman's murder. Police launch Operations Command Center to deal with curfew-related matters. Rio Claro teen missing. And these are the stories that are making way in the Guardian at this time. So, Commissioner of Police, nobody are moving, empty roads all over TNT. It's a story in the Express. Downtown Port of Spain was the domain of the boat, the homeless and the pigeons yesterday, interrupted by the odd police patrol or shriek of an ambulance siren. In a scene reminiscent of a zombie movie, the capital city went into a daytime lockdown from 10 a.m. yesterday to 5 a.m. today, only last seen in the days that followed the Muslimin-led attempted coup in July 1990. Last Saturday, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced further restricted movement over the two public holidays, and on Sunday, Police Commissioner Gary Griffith issued orders based on the powers granted to him under the State of Emergency SOE, Public Health Regulations 176, to adjust curfew restrictions 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. previously set in motion by government. There were no taxis, no pedestrians, no one blasting music, selling pirated CDs, no lines in front of groceries or bakeries, and no groups of people simply sitting on the outskirts of the Brian Lara Promenade. Nothing out there, nobody are moving, said a beaming police officer when asked about the public's compliance following Sunday's announcement in the adjustment of curfew times for the Indian arrival public holiday yesterday and the upcoming Corpus Christi holiday on Thursday. This is how it should be. We are out to save lives because at the end of the day, we are getting this virus as well, he said. Up to yesterday, 262 police officers had contracted COVID-19, while 1,087 remained in quarantine. Also non-existent was the bustle of traffic. From St. Augustine to Port of Spain, the express saw just a few cars along the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway and Beetham highways. The few that were out, despite the regulations, were spotted by police. A word of caution. The Express witnessed several of these encounters, including one with a family from Orpoon village in Piaco. The man, woman, and their 2 children, who were seen waiting for public transportation in downtown Port of Spain, simply explained their circumstances to the officers, and they were allowed to go on their way. Other people seen walking through the streets were asked their reasons for being there, following which the police would order them back home when their business was completed, but not before being warned that the patrol they may encounter later would not be as understanding as they were. The few other motorists who dared leave their homes were the essential employees who mostly had already been armed with precious curfew passes and a letter from their respective companies explaining the need for the individual to be on the job. They too were stopped by one of the many roadblocks that were carried out yesterday, but one simply had to show the officer on duty their pass along with a company identification card, and they were allowed to go on their way. Hotline calls. In a previous statement, Commissioner of Police said 10,000 of these passes had already been handed out following over 350,000 requests, and he had no intention of granting any more. Griffith also reported that a command center to deal with curfew-related matters had worked very well yesterday. He admitted receiving a few reports that people going out and from their essential jobs were erroneously turned back by officers on duty at the roadblocks, but added that if they encountered this problem on Thursday, they should contact the command center at 480-2000, 612-3876, 684-5730, 684-5076, 684-5035, and 684-5233. Since the establishment of the hotlines, the command center has been inundated with calls from persons seeking information. Griffith said critical essential workers, persons with emergencies, and persons going to the airport for early morning flights can contact the command center for the necessary approvals. Curfew success. Commenting on how police operations went yesterday, Griffith said the situations like these, such as a sudden 19-hour curfew, communication between the public and law enforcement is critical. Hence the reason why I ignited the TTPS hotline at the command center. It ensured that members of the public have a system to know what they can and cannot do in real time, whilst also giving them clearance to move to or from an essential duty or dealing with an unforeseen emergency. He said the system also assisted in ensuring citizens were aware of what they could not do, hence preventing them from being confronted by police officers. The virtual ghost town seen throughout the country during the daytime period of the curfew today, along with the very few instances of persons being confronted for breaking this law, with very few complaints, showed the success of the curfew. As the objective is not to arrest anyone, but to ensure that all citizens are briefed in understanding what should and should not be done. I wish to thank all TTPS officers for continuing to perform above and beyond the call of duty during this period, as well as the citizens of this country for showing the maturity and understanding needed to adhere to what is required, he said. So at this time, let me say pleasant good morning going out to Mr. Dominic, Romain, who has just joined me in studio. Dominic, good morning to you.
Morning.
How are you doing this morning, my brother?
All is well.
Very well. Well, I just read a story here in the Express, empty roads all over TNT. It speaks about the success of the curfew yesterday, the TPS and the general public. So at least that went off without a hitch. So that was good. That was good.
So you were able to get home before 10 o'clock yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am putting the same thing in place for Thursday, please God.
Right.
Yeah. So what's the good part now? What's on the agenda for today?
Well, I know our co-host did indicate that she may have something to do this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I don't know if she's joining us or not.
I think she said she would have come in, and I ain't sure. We're waiting to see. Oh yes. If you can find enjoy.
It was interesting to see all footage over social media of empty streets throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and by and large, it seemed people, contrary to what the popular belief, people would have behaved. So I haven't heard any much reports of persons being charged yesterday.
No.
For breaking curfew.
Like the article I just read only explained about persons who would have been essential going to and from work, and there were one or two people that, when asked, well, what were you doing out, and they explained themselves, they were allowed to, carry on, so to say, head home and stuff like that. So it was a success. It really was a success.
But of course, it something would have been wrong if the day had gone off without event. So I would have seen a video with some fellas from the Beetham playing small goal on the highway.
Very good, boy. Very good.
Never had a moment in this country. Yeah. They don't get that opportunity often. So hey, there's a big feel there.
Oh gosh, why?
But kudos to the Commissioner of Police. He took it in stride. I saw he put out a press release where he referenced that incident, but he said persons were calling on the police service to go hard and find these fellas and arrest them and so on. But he is, he said he understands they're frustrated, and sometimes people do these things. So he's extended an invitation for them that when all of this is over, he could organize a football match between them and the IATF,
there's a football game I'm going to see.
Yeah, I think that's a better approach, and persons would appreciate that. Yeah. Could probably draw a crowd,
It will, eh?
And the TTPS loves to videotape stuff. I think someday last week I was heading back home. This could have been around 1 o'clock in the day or something. And I saw there was a roadblock just by Golden Grove. Just after the Veteran City there. And Bruce's traffic was backed up all the way almost to Piaco. However, there's just they were doing a recording. I see this guy with his camera. I'm guessing he's a police officer, probably from the videography unit, and they stopped this traffic to facilitate whoever it is they were filming. It was an inconvenience for people because I said traffic was backed up all the way almost up to Piaco. So I don't know what that was about, but hopefully we'll be able to see whatever the footage that footage was. Oh, yeah.
Well,
you have that clip though, that video with the guys playing the small group?
Yeah. The something again I was going to tell you. Some, how should I say? Some not so. How to put this, boy? Well, I have some. Let me say I have some news. To the entertainment industry, we have lost. How to say, boy, a huge one. As far as I understand, Junior Byron passed away. I think it was yesterday. Yeah. We check quickly. Yeah, last night in Toronto.
Oh.
Yeah, so condolences to his entire family. I remember meeting him some years ago in Seaman at a party with Doc Foster, and this is some proper years ago I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And hearing him sing live was like, whoa. You know, when you hear most singers on there, you hear the song, play a CD record, whatever the case might be, and you listen to the song, but hearing the person and seeing the person perform live,
yes,
that for me that was an honor. I was very fortunate. So we lost another big guy.
Yeah. That's a rarity, yeah, because sometimes people sound really, really good in recordings and then live performances, terrible.
Yeah, because for whatever reason, I believe that they don't. You need. As I was asking, I wouldn't call her name. In fact, I could call her name. I was asking Nicole Graves just yesterday. I say, how you used to perform with all that energy and all that, and you don't song like you're out of breath when you're performing, and
right,
practice make perfect. So I guess that in itself would say a lot, eh?
Yes. Yeah.
That in itself.
Some people take their craft seriously, and they appreciate the benefit of being able to do a proper live performance, because spectators can be very, very critical. Eh?
Oh yes.
As a matter of fact, I saw a couple of days ago where an article on I think it was Facebook. The real voice behind Milli Vanilli or Vanilla Ice or Milli Vanilli, died. It was like, no, that was a real insult.
Oh gosh, what a headline!
Yeah,
that was a scandal in itself.
Yeah, boy.
But I don't know, for those of us that may not know, for me, my favorite song by Junior Byron is Crying's Easy, and I'll play it sometime this morning, though. It was later on this morning. It's a song that is always played in my events. I always play it when I go outside there to do different, back in time parties and stuff like that. It is one of my go-to songs. It has always been one of my go-to songs.
Yeah.
So guys, we are here in studio. It's Mr. Dominic, Romain. I don't know if the lovely Miss Felix would be, if she will jump in and jump out. She had some stuff to do today, so as I say, Dominic, it's all yours.
I sent you something just now on WhatsApp. I don't know how you would load that, because it's more of it's an article with a video embedded in it. So, but I noticed the numbers yesterday, 271, I think.
Yeah.
New cases. Unfortunately, those death numbers.
Yeah, boy. And back up to the double digits.
Yeah, disappointment indeed. But I saw someone posted, well, someone sent a picture in a WhatsApp group chat that I'm in of parents, husband and wife died. They have 2 young children.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so, I mean, to lose one parent, but both of them at the same time, it's really, really unfortunate. I just hope that they have a strong family support to take care of these 2 boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the casualties of COVID and hopefully the numbers over the next couple of days will show that people finally starting to behave themselves. I don't want to say take it seriously. I think people understand, but again, still seeing police arrests, there's parties taking place.
No.
And we see in other countries where you have that rise, and sometimes it's, as I would have read before with, I think it was Taiwan or somewhere, where sometimes it just takes one person. But all it takes is one match to burn down a whole forest, and some people just don't seem to understand that.
But the sad thing about all of this, is one thing that you're keeping your party alive or whatever that you're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But it's the next thing that you're going on social media with it and think that it would not be found.
Right.
So how much of these incidents have we seen where, we having a time, we out there, watch, you seeing here, look, Uncle Gus and all of us, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then, as it is saying SpongeBob, a few moments later.
Yes.
It really don't make sense. I wouldn't say that it's unbelievable anymore because it happening right through. But oh gosh, I mean, if you're keeping your little thing with, well, 26 is a bit much. If you have your own private thing home inside of your house where you can't disturb the neighbors and play no noise and whatever, you do your thing and you handle your scene.
Yeah.
But 26 are you guys?
And then what some of these people fail to realize too is that while you may choose to throw caution to the wind, your neighbors may be concerned and they hear noise and they see a certain number of people pull up. The people that hesitating to call the police now, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, because everybody's concerned. This thing, you hearing about people dying every day, so you ain't trying to take no chances with your life. You understand? You don't want to take no chances with your life. So I don't know. I don't know. According to
but 271, but I think the reporting period is something 21st of May to the 30th, so we're looking at about a 10-day period. At 271, you're looking at 27 a day. I mean, it's still high, but compared to what we've seen in other days, if we could keep it around that range, try and bring it down a little more, that would really, really be good. But I think this, even though I've seen people complaining that yesterday's virtually whole day curfew didn't really make sense because that wouldn't stop anything. I am certain that had it been allowed to be a normal holiday and we had gone with the 9 to 5, there would have been some activity that could have given rise to some more numbers, because people, for some reason, the amount of people I see begging for curry on Facebook yesterday, it's ridiculous.
I'm tell you that. Let us be real. It is called a holiday. This is Trinidad and Tobago, and we know how we are. Notice I didn't say they or them. We know how we are. And it would have had some sort of movement, right? It would have had, well, the groceries would have been open, so there would have been people who, oh God, I didn't get this, and I wonder if I'll get two little bake some paratha here thing. Come on, Dominic. So
yeah, but people would have been visiting friends who cooking curry. Which I tell you, I see people send out broadcast message. If anybody cooking curry today, please let me know. All this kind of thing. I mean,
that is
really
the norm. That is the norm for that particular holiday. I myself would have back in the day.
No, I hear you. That's no Bruce. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. And as a child, I tell you, growing up, every time there was a holiday that called for curry, right? My mother used to send me to get roti. And I had to go and line up outside Holmes Restaurant in Arima, which is the popular roti restaurant. Long line. Sometimes you in a line 2 hours just to buy 2 or 3 bus up shot and some dal curry. And then when I became an adult, I said, no, you see that? Forget that. I'm not going through that at all. Either I will buy the roti the day before, but now I'm not even engaging in that foolishness anymore. I not because it's an East Indian holiday or perceived East Indian holiday means I have to cook curry. No. I made pilau yesterday.
Well, you see, no,
I didn't miss the curry.
No, the thing about it is I wouldn't say that it's a must, but it's like, you know, there's the whole
tradition.
No, not tradition. I wouldn't go so hard as to say tradition, but that's how we think. Don't put it that way. That's how we think. You understand? Okay. Because, like I said, Dominic, back in the day, when I organizing the days is coming, but I wouldn't wait on the day itself to go and look for no, as I say, my tear up clothes. I ain't going to look for that then.
Right.
You understand? But at the same time, if it's a day or two before I go and I organize my thing, the lady of the house would say, well, hey, thing I go organize, and I have my thing home and me and the children, and we like ourselves. You understand? Not saying that is not something that we would normally cook, because I mean on one of the days of the week, however we feel we will cook. But you know, us Trinis is just about the whole going. It's like, okay, you're going to a party, right? And they tell you, hey, the theme of the party is white. You know you're going and going to the stores and then to see what white shirt or white pants thing, or white shoes thing. Mind you could go in any other color, you know. It's just that that is the theme of the party. You understand? So you don't want to go everybody in white and you in pink or you in green or some kind of thing. So nah, you don't want that. You want when you go you uniform like everybody else. So hey, I went and I get this white shirt. It cost me first $400, whatever the case may be. I looking spick and span, and hey, and I looking good in my white party, in my white clothes. That is all that it is, you know. That is all that it is. But you see that, and you see what I want to believe is that the government understands its people. So just to safeguard us, because they know we go do what we want. Yeah, what's going on? Well, they take a little lockdown on the 2 holidays now. It ain't go kill all it. Take a little lockdown. Relax all yourself. None of we in there.
But I wonder how the people would normally go and line up to buy roti. How they make out yesterday. Sure, they cook something else, huh? Or they had rice.
Well, they probably did.
Try a thing.
Yeah, well, they probably had the thing from before. Who knows? You know, because
where they get it?
No, Dominic, don't be like that. They would have gotten it.
Listen, I could understand dal curry. You know, you could eat it after a few days. Bus up shot, no sir. Unless that hot, forget it.
Well,
forget it.
Yeah, what's going on? It's either you do it like that for the first time if you want to, if you're so inclined to, or you go in another direction. So look, I remember the guy that called yesterday to talk about planting. You have to plant, and it's like that. You don't have to. You don't have to. You understand? Because so what you want to do? We in SOE, we lock down, we under curfew. What you want to do? It wouldn't hurt. It's not like you miss it. It didn't pass you. Come on.
Right.
It could happen today. People could go and buy the thing today and do the thing if they're so inclined. It doesn't matter. But you see, me, as I always say, I am a happy soul.
Right.
And you see, right about now, anything that would save my life, I am all about. So if it is we have to go lockdown for the upcoming holidays, which would be what, emancipation and independence, hey boys, so be it. So be it. Because this is not about religion, race, class, nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's just about saving lives, and these measures, I have no problem with it, because again, it will help save lives. You understand? And you see what I saw at the hospital last week, Friday, Dominic? I am telling you, my friend, people need to get with the program.
Yeah.
They really need to get with the program, because this thing is not a game, is not funny, is look, I was thinking about, we had rain yesterday, right? You know the first thing come on my mind? These people that are under these tents at the hospital. Now, mind you, the tents are there, the tent has the side channel, so it's properly well secured. No water can get in, but still, it's going to be cold out there.
Right.
And you have to lie down out there with this oxygen tank hooked up to you. And it have those who they weren't lying down on a bed, they were sitting down, basically next to each other, with their each having their own oxygen tank, helping them to breathe. So let we stop for a while, relax, stop trying to blame this one and blame that one and talk about the government don't care and all this other nonsense. And let we get with the program that here we're going on. We need to chill for this thing to start to roll back and disappear. That's the only thing happen. So, Dominic, if we had to get curfew on a weekend, so be it. What I go do, boy? People might vex with me for saying that, But if it had to be curfew on a weekend too, hey, once it will save lives.
It was done in Barbados. It was done in Jamaica. It was done in Grenada. Why people always like to think that we're different?
Exactly.
And we complain here. And clearly it has worked, because Jamaica has been able to bring down their daily new infection rate from highs of 700 to 800 a day to now under 100.
You see?
And so even India is making strides too, where yesterday India would have had just about 120 something thousand, still high, but significantly down from 450,000 a day. Even the United States, which used to be recording daily deaths of about 1,500 to 2,000 deaths a day, yesterday I think they were in just less than 300 deaths. So it can be done, but you just need the cooperation of the people. Yes, we understand the issue of the vaccines, and I was just reading something there, where in Canada, for instance, they're reporting, I think in Ontario, where they have one hospital that has about 250,000 doses of AstraZeneca that is going to expire at the end of this month. They have another place with 30-something thousand. And the impact of hoarding, that you so wanted to inoculate, but you have to take into consideration vaccine hesitancy, and you want, and now all of these vaccines, you have countries that could use it, and you have to go now and discard all of these vaccines. Greed is a hell of a thing, It would make sense to make contact with COVAX, and I am certain that there are some countries that they could get that too at a moment's notice, so, and those vaccines would go pretty quickly. We are making strides here. The government is and people still complaining.
Right now that them complaints falling on my deaf ear, yes, I could complain.
I don't know what else they want. If they want Dr. Rowley to wave a magic 1 and 2 million or 3 million doses just magically appear.
Look,
and you have leaders, so-called leaders of this country, that continue to fuel that the government dropped the ball and vaccines and dropped the ball and vaccines. Taiwan with 24 million, a population of 24 million people, so far have only administered 300,000 doses.
This people don't understand. And look, one of our listeners, callers, let me say good morning to Mrs. Thomas and her entire family. She lost her brother due to COVID. Condolences to you and your entire family at this time. You know, so people not taking it serious, and we have people that are close to us who have relatives that are some of them themselves passed away. We had to take this. We had to get serious. Everybody wants to do a set of stripping us, so we had to get serious, right? Well, we coming up to our break. We're gonna play a music video now. While when we return, we're gonna open up the lines to take your calls. All right, we're gonna open up the lines to take your calls. So keep it locked. Remember, our numbers are 342-0081, 466-5391.
You load up with Mark Part 2. Easy gift that just keeps on giving.
Boy, you see, I sent that to our little group.
Yes.
You and Sharon last night. I was like, whoa, and still they will not stop. So them and themselves as a boy, I don't know now. So, folks, we're going to play a music video and we'll be back in just a short. Keep it locked.
Scientific running down a million and one girl out there. When they got one, you are the queen auntie. Queen auntie. You are the queen auntie. Queen auntie. So let me see them auntie. Queen auntie. You are the queen. One drop. Let me go. Let me know how much queen I can pull from the pack. One girl, two girl, three. Give me a queen that could hang the jack. Shuffle up the back, every queen must have the king back. No waste girl energy. You see that queen I get a hand nearly pack. That is the one for you are the queen auntie. You are the queen auntie. Queen auntie. So let me see them auntie. You are the queen. You are the queen. Let me tell them I like it. You don't like it because you're hot and steamy. You touch road and the man them dreamy. Yeah, because you're hot and steamy. Yeah, you touch road and the man them dreamy. You're looking good tonight. Make some noise. Wonderful. I find in society, we don't honor, we don't love we women. We don't honor and love we queens. I think we need to show some more respect to our queens. You're a great man, say yeah. Nice. And this song is not about your significant other alone. Your queen could be your mother, your grandmother, your aunt. And this is the reason why I write this next verse. Alright, there we go. One drop. You is a blessing to the world and you know that. Appreciate all the love when you show that. Mind can't in your madness, whole facts. Love stronger than elements, hold that. My mind set on you. I don't know what to do. Hope my wish come true. And that's why you are the queen. You are the queen. You are the queen. You are the friend, you are the queen. You are the queen. How I like it, because you're hot and steamy. You touch road and you want them dreamy. Yeah, because you're hot and steamy. You touch road and you want them dreamy. Yeah, you are the queen auntie. You are the queen auntie. So let me see them.
You don't need a mic to amplify your voice or a pen to rewrite history. You don't have to be a legend to inspire or use a podium to be a leader or have a title to be called successful. You don't need a classroom to be educated or even a radio to hear this message. And the world is yours to mold. All you need is passion and a deep connection to what you believe in. And you can make anything happen. When life is on, you can be mobile.
Be mobile. Just be.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Sharon Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sharon Thomas on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions, or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
If you're a small or medium business looking to grow, then you simply need more customers. This is where we can help. Did you know people are Googling keywords right now for your products and services, but they can't find you? We help small businesses just like yours take advantage of online ninja advertising techniques to get more customers and more sales. Did you know there are thousands of businesses in Trinidad and Tobago that are not properly taking advantage of online marketing strategies? This means there's plenty of opportunity for you. We can help you put together targeted marketing campaigns using Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc. to get you more customers, all while spending pennies on the dollar. Give us a call today for your free business consultation. Call 363-4030. That's 363-4030. One more time, 363-4030.
Welcome to Dr. Love Rebirth Center for Herbal Solutions. Users of our Silver King branded products claim it's working for them. High definition eye drops dissolves cataract without surgery or peeling. Double barrel combination of L-arginine and lacitrine, the heart and arteries cleaner, testosterone builder, hydrolyzed collagen for joint, colloidal silver immune system builder, Goles for leaky bladder, cold pressed avocado oil, beetroot energy supplement, ozonated olive oil gel, the ultimate antibiotic, flashback for stress, move free for stiff joint, garlic extract, provision for memory loss, black seed oil, prostate protocol, and coffee enema kits now available. Contact Dr. Love at BTSC Terminal Road, Quezes San Juan, Twin City Mall, San Fernando, and Pinal. Call us on 366-4058 or 478-9222. Check us out on WhatsApp, Facebook, and our website, www.drloversea.com.
That drink you introduced me to, the U-Juice Turmeric Ginger Lime. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. First thing I realized is that the sugar content was very low, which is good for me at my age. But I think the experience I had with that juice is having drunk it. You know, I could literally feel my brain very light. I could feel a sense of oxygen overtook my body. I felt light. You know, I could have this all day long.
Try U-Juice today. Available at leading supermarkets nationwide, or order online at ujuiceroots.com for free delivery.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. Yeah, more to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and Fifth Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. At this time, we're going to open up the lines and start taking your calls. 342-0081, 466-5391. And also remember to keep your contributions short and sweet so as to give others a chance to get in. I do not want to have to cut off anybody. Okay, guys? So keep it short, sweet, and to the point. And please keep it respectful as well. Do not put me in any trouble, please. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you all.
Morning.
Bonjour, Dominic.
Morning.
How you going? Good?
Oi.
What's going on, sweetheart?
Hi there, cool.
Well, good. All I can say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, please, all you hold it down now. Let's think about our country. Bruce, I noticed that 26 was arrested. You understand me, bro?
Yeah.
And police had also closed down some supermarket in South, right?
Yeah.
Because they were told, I sure heard the Commissioner of Police and also the Attorney General speak about what they're entitled to do and what they're not entitled to do, and they still had also closed them down, right, bro? And the bodies that they found in Tobago, that boat in Tobago, I understand it came from Northwest South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. I was listening to the acting commissioner of police a while ago there, and that's what he said. Understand? It that's come from Northwest South Africa. Bruce, what's the say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago? All here, let's love our country. Bruce, this is a very serious thing that we're going through here right now.
That's right.
Understand, man? If we love our country, we will do what we're told to do, Bruce. We have another holiday coming up, Bruce. Bruce, what party you want to party? Bruce, you can party in your house, you know, Bruce? Dominic, I'm sure you can party in your house also.
Yes.
Anyhow, you'll have a
In
good
the
one.
backyard.
Right. Okay, have a good one.
Take care. Oh, gosh. Eh. 3420081 4665391. Those are the numbers to call. You can call us now and give your contributions, even say your good mornings. That story she just spoke about there, police shut down supermarkets and so that was one of the that was the back headline at the back page of the Guardian this morning. I remember just reading it out. Caller, good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Good morning to Mr. Bruce. Good morning, Mr. Dominic.
Morning.
Mr. Dominic, Sunday was my birthday, you know. Day I pray. Not this Sunday. Last week Sunday.
Okay, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. And I did have a day of prayer. I didn't have the day of people like, I had one friend to give something to and social distancing, and she collect what she has to collect. And I eat and I see my prayers. Me know when people still want to keep their birthday parties. They still want to dance. I don't know. Some people don't listen. It really just pain my heart to know the world so hard. And it's not even true. You know, we have a stubborn set of people. We need some good rough up, some good dictatorship. Put on a military uniform like the one from Philippines. Until they don't come outside or else. You hear them have any problem? When China and them and they tell you stay inside and they go outside the following year with drones home. That means the kind of treatment some people want to know. Here's a joke. I just switched to Yellen News. I heard David Abdullah say the opposition should be briefed with the daily media briefing. What is wrong with them? Them just look for confusion or what? How many court cases and things the government had hot? Dr. Parashrampo, he somebody 6 plus he had to go to court. He maybe never himself see a court out until the UNC introduced him to the court. These people are not on you. They're telling you that from day one they support the government. But yeah, I would have played that and play with Mark. And them telling about open the bars and people were punching with lime to drink. And all these things was said in the parliament. They come and tell you, bring people home. How many people blame the Venezuelans, but how many people when they bring them home? If they was really quarantined home, if they really stay and listen to what the health officials told them, or if they went and roamed to tell all about the place and how people sick now. All these things to bring down the country. Nobody, look at Australia. Look at these people. They tell them flat. They're not opening the borders till June next year. This is Australia. We have to get our act together as a people. The UNC, not an all in. Right now they're studying how much this one died because then they see African people as PNM and they don't see as Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. That's how they see us. They study party and vote more than country. And these people have no plans to live here, you know, them vexed right now. And all of them will tell you, they don't take no vaccine, I'm going to tell you something. Majority of them going and take it and mislead you. Trust me what I tell them, because all of them, a majority of them like to go on a plane to go to America and all these different places, and they know they cannot enter the country very soon until they're vaccinated. And they never try the risk. I'm sorry for them. So I am out. So those who want to listen to negativity and don't listen to anything positive, that is their business. I like the role that the government played yesterday. More should be done because our people still want to be gathering.
Thank you.
Thank you and have a pleasant day.
You too, my dear. Take care. Caller, good morning.
A blessed good morning to my two sons and my daughter, wherever she may be, but I think she's up there. Blessings and greetings and love and all you all have desire. I am so happy that I am blessed this morning, children. It is good to wake up with all your parts in place. You could hear, you could smell, you could taste. It's a blessed people. Let us pray and give God the praise and the thanks and the glory for a glorious morning that goes from all eternal ages. According to the blessings, love and beauty and everything that's Christ. And where the people come from, that's true. Not in Tobago, Africa.
Yeah, that's what they are saying, South Africa.
You better do better than I will. I didn't put that on Africa. You understand? How they reach Tobago? There's a long trip to everybody there, unless the captain of the boat there, and they just took it to Tobago. You understand? And I hear to Tobago, I'm quarreling down and say, they should have started the boat in the opposite direction and sink them. We don't bring it in Tobago for look at the man. People are not to pray, there's all kind of things going on right now. But prayer would have changed every single thing. And one thing I want to say really quick one day. I hear you sending condolences to Miss Summer.
Yeah.
Who she lost, right?
Her brother.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, she told me that, condolences, sweet, I think she told me that. But oh, God, I don't forget so bad, man. Hey, I want to just send a special thank you and a special good morning to my neighbor this morning, Simone. Hey, people, I forget everything about Indiana Rival Day yesterday because I have a nice get-over from Sunday. Dominic is coming along Sunday. Hey, Dominic?
Dominic?
Where is Dominic?
No, I saw the post with the carrots where you were asking about
well, that was the highlight of the lunch. But these are all shit that I put up, man. Where the black eyed peas?
Oh, yes, I saw it.
Where the barbecue chicken? Small Dominic gave himself. The jealous for what? And I see my daughter Sharon giving Jamaica decided some big shrimp yesterday, boys. Some big nice shrimp, jumbo. But to see that woman they call Simone the neighbor, boy, she can have surprise of my life. That woman said to my husband, come by the gate. When the man come by the gate, she bring some packaging. Boy, somebody who most delightful double. African woman are talking about McDonald's yesterday, nobody. I'm so greedy and boy, I started to bump up one time. I should have picked them up now, you see. But I tell you, she do the chana, the mango chutney, and the mango, oh God. Two kind of mango and the cucumber. Simone is a boss. But you know something? She said she used to sell doubles in bottles still at 1 years ago. So people in town probably know her. But let me tell you something, I never taste a good doubles like that in my life. People are in shade of I in line, I motive. That woman should start to sell doubles a day because she will make money. You understand? Yeah. So Simone, thank you. It's that I remember. It's that I like, well, But I want to tell children I'm dead. You see how they could do without running out there to eat them thing again? One day, we wake up the Indian and the Africans and them. When I say Indian, the things that they could do there, we could do it. But we want to crowd out it. Boy, look, honest, you want to start to and watch out for the enemy. And God, I love all the places. And everybody out there, how do you do? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. So as we continue to take your calls, caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Oh, Lord,
Morning.
I'm still on my base. Lord, I went to sleep after school. I asked me what I was doing up them over. Oh, Lord, sometimes I do some wickedness to my own self. So I know all they talk about for the morning, but I had something on my mind to ask Dominic to talk about maybe a Sunday or some morning. Dominic? Where me going?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, all right.
No, right here.
Dominic, I heard about this a long time. But I see it came back up in America, the Tulsa burning in Oklahoma, you know, about 1921 when they burned down all the African businesses in Tulsa.
Yes, the Black Wall Street.
The Black Wall Street, right. And it come back up again, and yesterday I think they had a parade of history. The History Channel had a documentary on it. I watched it. I think it was Sunday night. So
Yes.
They talked. They had interviewed some of these survivors years ago, and people. And it's a nice documentary. So I mean, it's not nice in terms of sadness, but in terms of information. It was a good documentary, and I think yesterday they had some parade, and I think they started to exhume this all that. Dig up the graves in some part because they didn't have they just buried all these black African people in big graves, in mass graves. They didn't have no individual graves, so there's no tombstone. They don't know who buried where and whatever. And they started to exhume some of these places in Tulsa, and they started to find bodies. So it's a big thing, and there's some African Americans say as children they never knew. Some people for 30-something years or how much years they never spoke about it. The parents and grandparents never spoke to their family members about it. So a lot of people never knew, and a lot of African Americans as young people never knew what took place. And this is such a sad thing because, as you said, it was the Wall Street for Africans at that time, Black Wall Street for Africans. So I think sometimes we need to talk about things that happen internationally that affect us here, because that if this is how I look at it, if African American had rise in that time, we would have, in the Caribbean, would have seen a better African American for what they show us African American to be, gangsters and this and that. If we had this Wall Street, Black Wall Street to look up to, you know, the Caribbean youth might have been a better crop, because they would not look to the gangsterism in America and the bad things. They might have been looking up to that. So I want you one day, or we could discuss it, or you could bring it as a Sunday, whatever, to talk about, to show that every Black American wasn't what Black America wasn't what they want. They show us now. The Black Americans had ambition, and they had business, and they had a future, you know, until the white Americans took it away from them. That massacre and that killing and that lynching. Oh Lord, that is something, that is a thing we need to educate ourselves about here. You know? So I don't know how you think about it, but I think it's something we should look into and explore and educate our African young people in Trinidad about. That's my view. Enjoy your day.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Dominic and Sharon. Morning.
Morning.
Bruce and Dominic. Yesterday, Mr. Abdullah, David Abdullah, he calling on the government and the opposition to come together, some talks and trap thing, right? But my thing is that early in the game, that was what happened. And he wants, outside Parliament. But the place for that is Parliament. But okay, the government and the opposition had went into the COVID talks, a special thing of Parliament, and they were supposed to. But what came out on the opposition side that the government could have used They had nothing to contribute, that they could have used, because Kamala was telling about the hydrochloroquine. She talked about sunlight. With Mark talk about the Romain lime, and to drink that. I mean, those things are madness. No, she and at that time she had 3 doctors around her table and talking about she has real doctors. I don't know how she managed that. I think UNC had her own research lab and all those things. No, they're pushing Tim Gopi Singh, a gynecologist, coming to tell me about what a doctor who specializes in biology. So they know in infectious germs and those things. And the thing is that the experts here, who we have here, is guided by WHO, because there's a pandemic, there's no cure for it, and these people are following the science of it to find out how this thing operates, how it spreads, and what part of the body that it attacks, which is your immune system. It breaks it down, and then your breathing apparatus, it attacks that. And if your body can't fight off the germ properly, you will die. We understand that some people can get it and they show no signs of symptoms of it. These are the science in these things. So when a gynecologist coming to tell me something otherwise and asking for professionals in the health system to resign and to step down and all kind of nonsense, you're frustrating the system. It's simple as that. And okay, even though we take Abdullah's thing there and the government call again for the opposition to come and sit down and say, they're going to frustrate the system. When the government call them to come like meet together, they want to meet on them terms. They want to bring a set of people who have no knowledge or nothing. They're not guided by WHO. They come in with their own facts that I don't know. It's just frustrating. So honestly, I really don't want to hear about the opposition coming with the pandemic, because right now I want to save my life. Most of them have their shot. Like the deputy political leader, Munilal, Dr. Munilal, right? He tell us, don't let the government use us as a guinea pig. But he quietly went and collect his own. Up to now, I can't get mine yet. I still waiting. I want to live. And you're frustrating me because you're putting misinformation in things and then you're making me getting doubts, because from the start and I ready and rushing to go for it. And then when they put misinformation, it gave me doubts. And no, you're kind of scared. When they want to they take the needle in your hand now. It's not the pain of the needle you're studying. No. You studying, well, boy, if this thing don't think with my body, what will happen, boy? And these things, I want to go inside the positive. And I'm calling on the opposition to please stop it. And the supporters of the UNC, all they talk to all their party now. You're whole of the party. That's all the party. Don't let these individuals and them who come in there and just pushing misinformation, and they have the puppets and them, they're just peddling the nonsense that they're talking to the nation. Let me get serious with this and let me save lives. We've seen how much people die, and just imagine you're hearing that a family losing a mother and a father and all these other things. I mean, it's sickening, boys. It's sickening to the core. You want to puke when you get these news. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
There was an interview with Mark and another member of Parliament, Bordered Man, and he said that they give everybody 1.2 million for the vaccine. Everybody. I want to know if he's a dictator, if this is a communist country. You can't demand that everybody get the vaccine. There are some people who may not want the vaccine. So I want to know if this party gets into power, the UN, they have dictatorial policies upon people then. Because from the way they speak, I am quite frightened. You understand? Because I demand that upon people. Right? And I would like UN in all their rambling and things to tell us about the $400 and something million which is to a plan that was supposed to build by them, and they tell us about that money. tell her, you got that money that it have people with this COVID. Tell her, go on.
Caller, good morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Caller, morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Caller from here again. I just want to say something. I was watching a text on the live. Something when you're saying that this morning show is race, and so somebody tell him, well, going in the, like your person telling going in the China and define race, right? No, you know that he has supported the UNC that will come in, because when he done that some of the rubbish early and try to, and then now here we saying that how they will be talking about Kamala. Just now watch after the 7 o'clock before I will hear them talking about Kamala. But what you understand that Kamala is a dangerous person to this country. The reality is, that's the reality. And who affects? We don't care, because that is the reality. But they could talk about Kamala all the time and try to push you forward, right? But you, when they talk, you like him because she was a prime minister of this country, and she destroyed this country so bad that some people who know the fact don't want to see her again. And I want to say something. The UNC, people who support the UNC always are based on lies. Lying is in their DNA. So they can't even talk with you. No, I want to go back a little bit. I don't know if you can remember the one, when even on that birthday family, when Sharon Lucky was being with Dr. Rowley on the teacup. Remember these Sharon Lucky say they want to cheat a lie, and she can't lie, she still speak the truth, and she was busted for speaking the truth. So they just tell you how these people always based on lies. A woman was fired for that, Sharon Lucky. And I want to just say something before I go. No, David Abdullah, I don't know if they like to be in the limelight, and I always say that. People like David Abdullah and them always have to say something to get themselves heard, because they doesn't need to come out with nothing. I can't understand how so-called, I have to use the word so-called educated men like them, they'll be coming and talking this rubbish. He's seen from day one Kamala and them talking nonsense all the time. They don't want the people destructive undermining, and he's still coming to talk that kind of rubbish. I don't know. These fellas always on the line. I always say, he, in Chanishmel, who again? The rest of them always want to, it's better they say nothing, because you're talking rubbish. Kamala and them don't want no part of this government for nothing to go good. They like it with this. The intention was for that. They could tell me other than that. No way. You understand what I'm saying, Bruce? So I don't understand David Abdullah and them. This is the limelight they were in. You tell some people who had to be in the limelight, you know, when you're seeing them and you're hearing them, they had to come in at some time to make themselves heard. Because he's talking to everybody who know Kamala and the UNC knows rubbish that he's talking. Because all them doing is undermining. Thank you, Bruce, for allowing me this contribution, and enjoy your rest of the day. I will listen off here.
Yeah, man, take care. Caller, good morning.
Yes, a blessed good morning, Bruce Wayne, Dominic, it's Sharon, Felix, loyal listeners and callers of 91.9, and those who are on the live. Well. Dominic, the first thing I just want to say, you see the 271, I'm not surprised, I know, because this is why I think, you see the private lab testing, they are not up to date. I don't think they're giving this thing as serious as it should supposed to be. Because I sure by this evening you might hear it going back up to 500 if you was watching it. But if it really keep on going down, it will be very good. You understand what I'm saying? This is how I watch at it.
Yes.
So, in the long and short is that the people just hold that train. The people who want to be disobedient, let the police deal with them. I like how the police dealing with them. You see people and them in that 26, all of them should get $10,000 fine. That would be nice, because the nurses and doctors need to be well compensated for this duty that they are performing in Trinidad and Tobago. I'll always try and make sure that mention the hard-working frontline staff workers concerning this pandemic. I want to always call on them. And concerning the Tulsa business, you know, it has black congressmen, house representatives and all kind of things, and them in want to bring that up as a matter of urgency and importance for the black community in America, because they have three. They said the last three who are the survivors of what happened 100 years ago in Tulsa, the Black Wall Street that they destroyed, because black people, we could come in unity. Hatred could always be defeated. We could always come in unity. And it taken 100 years for the people in America, for up to this present day, not to identify themselves with what happened to the people in Tulsa. I want them to know that it's time, just as the Indians and them want reparation instead of having them on reservations. I want it's time for the American government to compensate reparations for the people that lost their lives in Tulsa and give them what is their due so that Black Wall Street could be once again a vision for prosperity. Thank you very much, Bruce and Dominic. Miss Philip, MIA.
So as we continue to take your calls, let's see who's out there. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
I want to tell these people and them this morning who calling for unity. Come and them the one of unity. When they stand up 1 minute, talk unity, and then the next time condemning and blasting the government for everything that go bad in this country under the sun. Right? I don't know what technique they're using. Every night is a forum they having and a press conference. No election ain't coming now. You know what I'm telling you? Mr. Sadisasa Sifiki making them racial statement and never condemn it. What tell us, Mr. Sadisasa, what they mean by these is real doctors? So what you're saying about Dr. Trotman and Dr. Hines and them, what you mean by that? And you feel people don't understand the underlying racist tone in their voice and the kind of technique they're using. But these is real doctors in comparison to doctors like Hines and all of them. All you feel people stupid. All you have Vicky Budam coming out and talking stupidness inside the racist statement. And you as the political leader of the UNC never come out and condemn it. Imagine you go stand up on a platform and say the COVID only attacking UNC strongholds. Since when COVID, there's discriminate against race and political party. Since when? But all you have these kind of thing passing as conversation in this country. Stupidness and nonsense. And you as the political leader, Kamala, you never come out and condemn it. Right? So all you continue. You have man like Ian Allen and this next clown, Alexander, who only trying to force himself on the people when they reject him and spit him out. Coming out and making all these nasty statements every night, lie after lie. And all they know what is the right thing and all they not coming out and saying anything. But then all they want to talk about love and unity. But come on, let me tell you something. And plenty of the UNC supporters, because I know some of them listening, 2010 go on and it's not coming back. And if all you feel, all you go sway the voters in the East-West corridor by them kind of stupidness and them kind of racist lantern wave and all they're making, and you, the opposition leader, not taking a stand to say, well, all they call it, stop that. Let me get unity going in this country and fight this pandemic together. Thousands of people in the East-West corridor listening quietly and observing all the behavior, or they will never get back in power with that attitude. Dominic Bruce, all you looked on and listening, have a blessed day. Thank you.
It's a man, take care. Dominic, you have anything to say while I'm setting up to play the clips at the 8 o'clock hour?
Right. Well, I saw yesterday Vasant Bharat put out a post on his Facebook profile. And, you know, whenever I see things like these, I'm always minded to go back to reference former President Anthony Carmona. You men and women of letters, and you would expect better from them because, you know, some of them have the whole alphabet after the name and all their credentials, right? Here's Mr. Bharat's post. Everyone who has ever crossed my path in life will know I do not possess a racial bone in my body. It may be the result of spending every single August holiday with my grandparents in Erica Street in Laventille, my nana of Indian origin from Chaguanas, and my nanny of African origin from Port of Spain. I try to always bring a balanced perspective to all issues that I comment on. So it is this context that I ask a truly genuine question of the government. Why are bakeries allowed to open and not roti shops? As a friend asked me, what is the difference between a hops and a sada roti, or between a potato pie sold in a bakery and an aloo pie sold in a roti shop? Does this make sense to anyone? Now, the mere fact that you have to preface your post by stating that you're not racist or racial tells me that you know your post is going to be perceived as being racial. So you spend half of what you said to make sure people know I'm not racist. No, I don't think he is racist at all. But the post, to my mind, apart from the perceived racial undertones, is ridiculous. Because if I go to a bakery, Bruce, what I'm going to buy has already been prepared. I don't go in the bakery and say, I want a loaf of bread, and I have to stand up and wait for them to go in the back and make the bread, so that I'm in the bakery for a length of time. If I want a roti, I go to a roti shop, you order it, they take your order, and then they put the slip in the back, and you have to stand up and wait for the roti to be prepared. That requires you to wait some time, right? So, I mean, obviously, I have to ask the question, did Mr. Bharat think before he put out his post? Because when you read the comments, and he had, let me see how many comments. It was shared 527 times. I haven't seen the number of comments, but he had quite a few. And in reading the comments, a lot of the people went down the road that he was seemingly trying to avoid. And I would reference one of our listeners' comments, Teresa Conliffe. She said, the first thing a racist says, I'm not a racist, then process to ask racist questions. I said, I don't think that he is racist, but just the common sense in the thing now. Because then when you put out a post like that, well, then people could ask, well, okay, well, why not the person who's selling bacon saltfish? Why not them? Well, what's the difference between a bakery and a bacon shark vendor? We could go down a whole list of businesses and ask, well, why not them? And then these are the things that, again, would tend to stir up hatred, but not so much hatred, but dissent and acrimony towards the government. Remember, we had that issue last year when it is that they would have shut down doubles vendors and so on, but the government never said doubles people couldn't sell them. They would have indicated that food services with the shutdown and so on, but KFC and whatnot was still open, right? It was one day, I believe, the police took the initiative. I think they were passing somewhere in Curepe or wherever, and they saw wherever that particular source outlet doubles was. And there was a crowd, and the police sought to disperse and shut it down. And then the Prime Minister had to come and say, well, you know, we didn't say whatever and so on, but since people want to complain, well, why are they shutting down the doubles vendor, and they're not shutting down KFC, and they're not shutting down churches and whatever? Everybody close up shop. So you want this, to me, this post really and truly coming from the individual. I would have expected that from other persons in the UNC camp. I expected better of Mr. Bharat. But exactly the thing that he was trying to avoid is what his post descended into based on his comments. And if he doesn't understand or see the difference between a roti shop and a bakery, it's no wonder he didn't win leadership for the UNC.
Well, a roti shop, as I see somebody is saying here, is considered a restaurant in some form or format. Some of them will have seating, some of them won't. But then the same restaurant type behavior is practiced in terms of putting the food together, waiting for you to ask what you want, and you would most of the time you wouldn't come and meet a roti already wrapped. You will say what you want in your roti and stuff like that, and then the person will put it together for you. So
right.
I don't know, you know. Everybody, boy, we have as I've seen the other day, we have to be, the announcers here at the radio station, we have to be very careful about what we say and how we say it. All right.
But I would just point out, Bruce, that you know, one of the main staples in a bakery is bread. Not everybody has the skills to go and knead flour and knock out 2 or 3 loaves. I don't need flour.
And most of these places have a machine to do that. Most of these
places have a
big industrial machine that does that.
Yes. So. And maybe not everybody is you know, inclined to purchase the bread that is being sold in the groceries.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Some people have particular.
I have a partner, he believe in his fresh bread. If it is he's not going to bake it himself and he needs to buy it, he would rather go to a bakery where, you know, and buy his bread and, you know, go home with that.
Which is the preference of a lot of people. I mean, I am appreciative that Linda's Bakery is open. I go there to buy bread. Yeah. So, and he has to, but apparently, I don't know, that probably escaped him. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Then I see he also puts up a post here again about the this issue that I mentioned just now about the vaccines, where he says our biggest issue right now is the availability of World Health Organization approved vaccines for the population. According to Canadian media, there are serious concerns that thousands of vaccines will expire before they can be used due to the suspension of the AstraZeneca vaccine across several provinces in Canada. At least 30,000 doses are sitting in Ontario pharmacies, set to expire by the end of May, according to reports. Last week, Major General Danny Fortin, then head of the National Vaccine Rollout, said that there were 250,000 AstraZeneca vaccine doses that were likely to expire at the end of June. He says, I am therefore strongly recommending that the government of Trinidad and Tobago, through diplomatic channels, personal phone call from PM Rowley to PM Trudeau, or otherwise, move swiftly to be first in line to secure as many of these vaccines as possible. Now here it is that he's advocating that, and then his colleagues from the party to which he belongs would then come out and say that the government begging for vaccines. I thought Rowley said he don't beg. I thought he said that if you ask India for vaccines, you're begging. So what he can't beg India, but he could beg Canada. See, there's the kind of dotish talk that you would get from I don't know. Sharon said, I don't know. We don't give them too much mind, don't pay them too much mind. But sometimes these things stand out at you, and you need to make some sort of comment on it, right?
Yeah.
As if, So you advocating essentially to beg, but your colleagues are, when it is done, have an issue. Saddam Hussein would have had an issue with the vaccines that we took from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right, that St. Vincent going through a trying time, and we have to rely on them for vaccines and so on. All the time, all singing a song, vaccine. Wherever it come from. At the end of the day, it's going to go into the arms of citizens for their betterment, rather than you leave it where it is and then it expires and it has to be disposed of. What's the issue? But as you saw in the clip, when you have nothing of substance to see, and the media has no questions to ask,
that
it speaks volumes.
I'm going to take our call. You see that? Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic. Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. You know, Bruce, Dominic, I'm watching something there, and I look over this holiday period that we now coming out of, and are seeing some of the things that was stated, and I'm just want to ask a question. Two, actually. The first one is, what was the main purpose of the vigils? And I want people to think that in and contemplate on that. What was the main purpose of the vigils? Clearly, certainly, it was not to assist in the justice for victims of rape and murder. Because while the very said people who organized this, while they were there holding candles in the wind with a teardrop in their eye, tattoo teardrops, as the youngsters just call it, because of who else they killed, with tattoo teardrops on their face, they sent their people, their lawyers, one of them a sitting senator, to the courts to remove the automatic no bail for murderers while they were there with the candles. So I'm asking, what was the purpose for this vigil? That is one. And two, seeing that the Prime Minister mentioned that the UNC vigils were part of the cause of this problem, and then we had Mr. Philip Alexander and Mr. Inson Ishmael jumping up and making noise, I'm asking again, respectfully, are you now admitting that you all are members of the UNC and was working undercover all this time? So I want people to contemplate on these two things. And Dominic, I heard you mentioning something just now in your editorial concerning this vaccines from Canada. I just having one little concern about it is, if it's not good enough for the first world country, I don't think we should bring it in a third world country. Please. Because they have a problem with it, that it might cause an issue with the citizens. So I don't think we should bring it here. All right, you all have a nice day, gentlemen. Bye-bye.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Yes, Dominic, I need to take my precautions.
Yes. So I would just draw a reference that is the same AstraZeneca vaccines that we are currently taking. Yeah. It's just some countries have whatever their concerns are, but again, we're looking at ratios here. So, yeah.
So I could probably take another call before we go to our break. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce, to pull back. I don't like to deal with these people, but sometimes...
I hardly hearing you, though.
You hardly hearing me? Oh, gosh, I'm like, oh, God. I say, I don't like to deal with these people, as you know. I don't like to bring them and give them no thing. But I think the Prime Minister is going to every country, every continent that he could get vaccine from. I think he is approaching them in a diplomatic way, as he should, as diplomat, the head diplomat of our country here. Mm-hmm. I feel he is doing his best, and I don't think we know about no place that we could get vaccine from that the Prime Minister don't know. So he don't need help from people who getting it in regular media or picking it up here and there. I don't think we know more places than him, or could know how to approach other places. So these people are turning up with, we could get vaccine here, and businessmen saying they could get vaccine, and this one saying they could get vaccine. I don't think they know more places or more contacts, or please could speak to these diplomats or whoever better than the Prime Minister. So all these people who want to give suggestions and say why we don't go here and why we don't go here, nonsense. I listened to Iron Dependency with they was interviewing people who get over the corona virus for last week. That was their program, and Dr. Suraj Rambert was one of the people speaking about his experience. And he asked the government to buy a whole set of the oximeter to give out. Bro, since last year, I had a family member who they said had COVID, but I don't think he ever had it because it never really turned out to be anything, or maybe a mile or whatever. And when they called him, when he did the test as a private, and a private institution was to do a procedure, and they say the test came back positive and he had to be quarantined home. And when they called from the Ministry of Health and things, they offered him an oximeter, and that was since last year. They offered him an oximeter, but he had one at his home, so he didn't bother to take it. But they had offered it, I'm telling you, since last year. Suraj Rambajan come on the radio station, on the program Sunday, telling the government of he think they should buy oximeter and give to people suffering. What is wrong with these people? And I am telling you, something happened since last year, way before Christmas, and they had offered him an oximeter home. Now Suraj come with this big bright idea about this oximeter is very important, and the government should, the Minister of Health should, and who should buy and give. They was doing that since last year. Maybe they must be overwhelmed now. They cannot give to every home now with this outbreak where there is so much people. They must don't have enough to give out. But it's not no new idea. I tell you, these people is just spin things and make it look like the government not doing nothing and the government stupid and they don't know what to do. And sometimes these people is really, really get to you know. I don't know why they want to feel like they know more than the people in the Ministry of Health. What were you coming? And I see that oximeter was on news months ago. They were showing you how to use it on news. Where these people is be under a rock when these things happening. Oh my goodness, Lord Jesus, have mercy on us here in Trinidad and Tobago. People try and stay safe, please. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So we're getting ready to play another music video and go to a break. So keep it locked. We'll be right back. You're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy with Dominic, Romain, and Bruce Wayne. The lovely Miss Felix is not in with us this morning. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Yes, my girl go. You ever see somebody take a wine in her face mask? Say, my girl go. The guy to see how that you fall. Sits your man back, baby chopping down on it. Hey, the wrong guy to see better is shake. So when you make it shake, yeah, all the shake is with me. Cause you want it. You want it. You want it. Ease yourself, Kello. Everybody looking on at home. Everybody on CNC3. Everybody locked on the Zoom. Who is all myself? Start to swing. How will you swing it? Just swing the thing. How will you swing it? Just swing the swing, baby. Aja, you ready? You ready to show them how to wind up? My girl. My girl. Me and all that. Me and all that. My girl go. Sayad. My girl go. Play low. Now every single second Sunday, when I sing, you are the best, my girl, I just always sing another song. And that is because that song, to me, is one of the best soca songs I ever heard. And the reason why is, it is nothing but the truth. So Mr. Rodney LeBlanc, Mr. Benjai, wherever you are, one day I would like to sing this song with you in Second Sunday. But right now, Second Sunday, you have to be Benjai. The crew at home, You need to be Benja. And let me sing it like this. See me then, say. Hey, I make me jump and flip for your walls. La. So God does give me powers. Hey, I this side. Take me rum and share with others. What you say? Flip for your walls. Soca powers. It's a wonderful feeling. Share with others. All my brothers. But everybody stand up and sing the song. When we stand up and sing it. Stop. We partying on the rain. We don't care what the people say. What's the music? It my brain. So how was I can't explain. Say, until that golden day when the Father takes me out. I hear every single person say, I'm phenomenal. We phenomenal. Right now we phenomenal. I want everybody sing this with me. Sing it like we in the National Stadium. Where is? Cause you want it. You want it. You want it. You want it. You want the best, my girl. I want to give my vibes. Show them why Second Sunday is the best show for Carnival right now. Say, my girl go. My girl. We gonna get them the classic. Let me see if they remember it.
We care for your eyes. That's why Value Optical recommends world-leading transitions lenses that protect your eyes from blue light and 100% of UV rays. They automatically adapt to changing light conditions, making life simpler and more comfortable for your eyes every day. Now available in 4 new style colors for you to personalize any frame and express your style. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gotta be home in time for the coffee. Keep safe.
For some, today is just another routine 24 hours. To others, today is first page in tomorrow's story. It's the audition for tomorrow's performance. It's the spark that ignites tomorrow's change. The perseverance for tomorrow's breakthrough. The first like of tomorrow's big hit. Never take your today for granted. When life is on, those who truly believe in the power of today can become anything tomorrow.
Be mobile. Just be.
More to love, yes it's true. Hey.
more to love.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend, man?
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of 31st May 2021 stands at new positive cases 271. Total active cases 9,487. Total recovered patients 13,927. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 23,909. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Caught up in no man's land, don't know where you stand. Pretty lady, just where you are. Living in loneliness, teardrops you can't resist. You look so weary and so sad. Yes, I know what you've been through. All your life
DJ Bruce Wayne.
hurting you. I'll chill my
So welcome back on the inside, the voice in the background, the late great Junior Byron.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, 1285. How are you this morning?
Well, you know that kind of music you play there, you know that I might sing. Good morning to Dominic. Dominic,
Morning. Who's okay that music is that?
Yesterday was my daughter's birthday.
Happy belated birthday to her.
Yesterday was her birthday. So you see that song today, you pick up my morning. So you know that I might sing, right? So I want to say good morning to Mr. Malcolm, Miss Gemma, Miss Angie, Miss Thomas. I'm so sorry to hear about your family. Condolences. And Manu, Miss Monica Paul, Miss Diane Smith, Miss Special Friend of our Titans, and Miss Vigilian Pierre, Miss Gloria, Miss Maura, Mammy George, my educational officer, Mr. Chan. And good morning to Mother Son of Puna. Hear her boasting about her bitches. Morning, Sharon. I love Donana.
Yes, my dear.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Dominic. That is the guy, Mr. Junior Byron, that passed away in Toronto last night. It said to me, he used to sing with bands like Kalyan. So, like I said, I had an opportunity to hear him sing live. And it was a great opportunity at that, must say.
That music for broken-hearted people to go back in their bed and they come.
Boy, you would not believe it, Dominic. You know, like how you would see in some of the like the international concerts with some of those singers, you see the ladies and them go crazy at the front of the stage. Was the exact same effect.
Right.
Craziness at the front of the stage, boy. Craziness. He as we say in our lingo, he was a big one.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
a big one. So, guys, in just a little bit, we have our financial tip coming up in a few minutes' time. But we open back up the lines to take your calls. So remember, guys, to keep it short and sweet so everybody will have a chance to get in, okay? So, caller, good morning. Hello?
Yes, Dominic. I just really have a feeling, you know. You know. Dominic, some people need that kind of music, you know, with this lives that going day by day. Bruce plays a little more for some a lot of broken-hearted people around. So we need some of that to console some people because, you know, you can't go and console them personally, you know. You can't give nobody a hug. You can't give them a little pat on the shoulder. You have to keep your distance. So this is the way we have to reach some of the broken-hearted ones and people who lose their loved ones and stuff.
True.
So just give us a little bit every now and then, you know, to keep these people sane.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's me, you know, I go chipping every now and then when I could get yesterday. I tried all morning, nothing, zilch. When you call it and say the line's open, I say, but look at the line here, Bruce say the line open and I get you. Oh God, Sharon, I love you, but girl, it's only when you not hear these people let's get through. I love you, miss you. Because in days like these, let's get through. So I go on again.
Yes, my dear, take care. Caller, good morning. Hello? Hello? Caller, morning. Hey, what's going on there?
She don't know that food for that how she need yesterday get the food for the whole day, a whole day. And aloo, I give my butler pepper sauce. You talk about pepper sauce lashing we girl make. She just make pepper sauce and sell it in shop. You talk about pepper sauce and you put lime in it. Boy, that fish taste is real good. You're going to that pepper sauce in your food. That's plenty man down there. Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, morning. I didn't realize that inside.
Well, this was...
No, here what's going on. I listened to the program so long and I was trying to call just solely and no, I'm hearing the whole thing about, the whole comments, what a lot of callers making. But you know what scared me? When I study Revelation and study the Bible, and that you see that in these last days, there will be a time as no other time before, in the history of mankind, where life is going to shed as from since the beginning of the earth was never so much or will never be so much. So I think this is the time, because when you watch around and see what's going on, so I feel nothing again, but otherwise, well, I talk on the basis of the Bible where they say, me as a 7 days Adventist, I learned these things as a little boy, and in the KMN, when I see everything coming to pass, down to the dragon, where they used to talk about, we used to study all who is the dragon, my different people under Rastafari. We try to say this one might be the dragon. The tiny people affiliated in the wrong table with the secret society, right? And they had the same original dragon dance. When you watch globally all over the world, they control all the groceries, and they talk about, you can have a problem to get food in the last days from the groceries. You have to have the mark of the base. I see all these things coming to pass. It's unbelievable. All I learned in church as a little boy, everything is fear. So if nothing is going on better than God, otherwise the revelation line.
Leave it,
everything going to get worse, the killing.
So at this time we go to the financial break and the financial tip, and we'll be right back.
Living in loneliness, teardrops you can't resist. You look so weary and so
The
sad.
Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Pay attention to your fees. Understanding the fee structure and the amount you have been paying on a monthly or even annual basis in regards to fees associated with financial services is extremely important. Account service fees, annual financial planning service fees, investment account management fees, you name it. If you haven't reviewed and audited your fees yet, I recommend that you sit down and make this a priority. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
Yes, so welcome back. So as we continue to take your calls, let's see who's out there. Caller, good morning.
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 Okay, I'm saying good morning again to Mr. Bruce and Mr. Dominic. Mr. Dominic, disappointment.
Yes, ma'am.
When you refer to Mr. Barrett, because like you didn't listen to his last speech before the election in the UNT, had you listened to that speech, you would have had a different opinion. Trust what I tell you. So if you get that speech to play and compare that post, you will be thinking different to what Mr. Barrett said and what you say that he don't appear to be. Don't worry, that's how some of them just get their base. This is how the UNC used to fight the election. That is how they could hold on to their base. They preach race and they use a lot of racial talk. I used to listen to Eastern station and music right through, I can tell you. That's how they plan their base so strong that they don't move. Because they use that. The PNM don't like East Indian people and crap, old talk. And that's very in their head. And this is what... But them not a no unity thing. With them just want to know certain things and go and disrupt it. Right now they can't disrupt nothing these days.
Dr. Rowley observed them. Listen to Dr. Rowley. I have no vaccine for nobody to buy. I never heard anybody on the international scene talk about any private company buying vaccine. I listen to international news right through. I haven't heard anybody in the United States talk about people buying vaccine. I know it's a government-to-government arrangement. But these people down here just know a lot of Trinidadians do go there and expand their knowledge. So they are just using that. And let us listen to the debate with that guy talking about the ambulance service in America. I said, why that guy don't hush in my mind? Little do you know American medical services privatized. Of course it will be more efficient. Trinidadian, most of us, we get our, yes, you pay taxes and so on, but is that privatized? Everything you pay for, do for abroad, you have to pay for it. People have thousands of dollars to pay for this corona when they end up in the hospital. Trinidadian going for free. I feel like why they're misbehaving and all over the place too. Because they don't have to pay for nothing. Let it have a cost to pay when they go in the hospital. You will see how they will not keep them parties and do these kind of things. So I'm going to tell you always something, people, and all of them who talking about this and that and the other, I'm going to tell you something. Do I'm going to tell you don't take the vaccine, taking it. Trust what I'm telling you. I'm out, I'm staying again, take your vaccine.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning.
Dominic, one of the issues that Dr. we're not calculating with Dr. Rowley and getting the vaccine is that as the head of CARICOM, you also have to look for vaccines for the CARICOM too, you know. So let me say, if Canada decided to give us 100,000 vaccines, he also have to calculate other countries, Jamaica, Guyana, and other countries that has it bad. You have to share it among them. So if they're going to give it, they're going to give it as to the CARICOM. I don't think they're going to say we're going to give Trinidad just like that. It all depends on your status in terms of how bad your infection is in the country and how bad you need it. They give it to you. Hence the reason why in the early, Barbados had an early breakout. Now Barbados and them is closely knitted to the British and them still. So Britain would have given them some in early. At the time we didn't have not much about any, think this low amounts, however. So we had to wait because remember, vaccines are limited. It's still limited now after all these months pass. A lot of countries get and start the process of vaccinating, but it's still more needs to be done. Plenty more needs to be done. So if they have vaccines, CARICOM and them organizing and they get vaccines, right? They would give Trinidad and Tobago, let me say it's 100,000 vaccines. You think they're going to give the Trinidad and Tobago 50,000 vaccines? What about Jamaica? What about the others and them things? So they give it. And if you have a breakout of that and it's real bad, I do expect them to come and give Trinidad and Tobago any large amount of the vaccines when you're looking to stop the spread in these countries and more. So that although we were doing well and ranked high in the world with control of the vaccine, it worked against us. It worked against us, and that's why we had was to wait a little longer to get vaccine. And that is part of the problem. And that is what Dr. Rowley has to face as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago and the head of CARICOM at this time. Thank you very much.
Dominic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I would like to play one of the clips at this time.
Which one?
I think I play the one where the floor was open to questions. Yes. So
in other words, the moment of silence.
Well, hey, what we go do, boy? So folks, let me see what our numbers look like on Facebook. I'm not seeing Facebook. Let me see what our numbers are like on Facebook.
Yeah, at 193.
193 on Facebook. And on YouTube, we're at 4... Where is it? 458? I will play 2 clips. The as you say, the moment of silence is one. And the how should I say? The preview to the upcoming football match.
Apparently, the media misconstrued what the man said.
Serious?
Apparently. He asked a question. They thought it was a minute silence.
Well, I don't know. Let me put it for our viewers to see. Guys, you can, for those of you that are not yet logged on to Facebook or to Facebook Street 919 FM or to YouTube IWER TV, you should do so now as I'm about to play the first of our 2 clips. Let me say it that way. So, this is the first one.
Brothers and sisters, we pause at this time and we invite you to raise questions, direct questions to my colleague Rodney Charles or myself on the 2 matters that we have raised this morning. Are there any questions from the media?
Oh my word, I don't believe
You said change.
I'm trying to remember if this had any obscenities in the next clip now, so I will kill the volume just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side.
Yes, I know what you've been through all your life.
This would be on the this one is on the highway. But there is also one that is on the I think it's on the bus route.
It looks so.
Yeah, this is the other one that's, yes, I think this one is on the bus. Yeah. So don't worry, guys. You all will get a match with the TTPS. Dominic, I go in that game, man.
One day Xander will be there, man. He should be recovered from his vaccine right there.
He does play football now? I never saw him.
Well, I saw him the other day. There was a clip of him when he went up. He was patrolling on Maracas Beach. And some fellows were playing. That was before they closed the beach. Some fellows were playing ball on the beach, and he decided to, do a thing.
Okay.
Challenging them to come and take the ball from him. So...
Oh gosh. Hey. Never dull the TNT, my sweet TNT. Hey, yes.
Yeah, but when you that's how you know when your press conference has no substance. I think by now, Bruce, these poor reporters getting fed up of having to go and cover these ridiculous press conferences every Sunday morning. Oh God, again. The media houses probably are, hey, anyone want to go the UNC press conference? No thanks. All right, we paying double time. All right. Problem. That's the only way. No substance. Fed up. They realize they are nonsense.
Well, this is the thing, and then now you see where I am sure that the journalists themselves would have done the research on the past allegations and stuff like that they would have made. So they reached a point where now it's just like, okay, we're going to cover this, and that is it.
Yeah.
You understand? Because, I mean, what questions will you ask? For what answers will you get? So, for what? Let me say about 4 different media houses probably were there, or on average, let me say about 2. Just saying. And after you do a whole press conference, nobody have a question for you?
Yeah. Because I mean, it wasn't even carried. It wasn't even carried on the evening news, nightly news. That's to tell you.
But of course not, Dominic. When you're presenting the news, you understand, and you put that out there. You would expect that when the question time, you would have something that where the reporters would have asked a question, they would have gotten an answer. Interaction. Without interaction, there's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting on the outcome of the stolen vaccines from Cuba, albeit it appears all are accounted for. It's on the numbers of persons vaccinated. We're still waiting to hear from Vandana Mohet if she maintains that the 2 checks that she held up last week or whatever it is, claiming that Namdevco was giving out checks to people aside from the food hampers, that if she still believes that it wasn't payment for persons who would have been putting together hampers, but that it was some corrupt thing. You see, and that's the problem. If you put this information out into the public domain, and then it is later debunked, we know that party has no integrity. But oh gosh, this is and the unfortunate thing, Bruce, is that this is the future of the UNC. Yeah? Looks very much like the UNC of old. So going forward, there is no hope in that party to say, well, okay, the new crop, the new generation of politicians from that party will offer something different. No, it's the same old. They are growing up in the mold of what we've had to endure for the past 15, 20 years, so that when Kamala is gone and Munilal is gone and all these other people, we can just expect more of the same. So,
well, listen to me.
Saddam Hussein and his decision. I mean, really.
Waste of time, yes?
Serious. Yeah, waste of time.
Waste of energy. Just waste.
So this new crop of UNC politicians aren't inspiring confidence in anybody to give that party a chance. So even if the leadership goes, which is the main issue right now, there's no difference. Different face. The only difference is the faces, but what we can expect for them in terms of the brand of politics remains the same. Lies, deceit, deception.
Listen to me.
Believe that it's honesty.
You cannot be a politician out here and be thin-skinned. Alright, that is the first thing. Because you're going to have a lot of people coming at you at any given point in time, and then what's going to happen? You're going to lose your cool. I mean, certain positions in society, you need to be thick-skinned, like a DJ. You can't be thin-skinned as a DJ. Plenty. I remember coming up as a youth man, I had a number one critic, I used to call him. That was my number, and it reached a point where at first I used to get a little vexed, and then I used to look forward to seeing him.
Yeah,
because when he come, oh God, you can't play the music louder than that. And we're playing there. And watch me, the party in full swing. And he's the only person stand up there. Sometimes the man come in, when we hooking up the system, oh God, you don't hook up that yet. So long, will you come and put on them box there. Watch me. I used to look forward to see, you never know. Because I know anytime he come and harass me, something wrong. Because the only time he coming is when everything in full swing going down the road, he coming. You understand? So we reached to this point where we had to expect that we know they're going to come and talk wherever, just to stay relevant. just to stay relevant. But sorry, relevance has gone. Y'all makes no sense. Right now, we only talk about y'all because of the fact that there are still some people who just ain't realizing that y'all are making sense.
So these Sunday press conferences, these have the only value they have, real value, is fodder for the rundown.
Well, yeah, hey, the rundown getting material, man.
Yeah. So keep it coming, man. We need some little comedy relief at these times, and that's all that these conferences are good for. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Eh.
They got the other one I sent you.
Which one is that, boy?
It's an article, but there's a video.
I wasn't getting that to come up, you know. Mm-hmm. That is with the with the video within the article.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I found it interesting in reference to the constant claims about porous borders in Trinidad, right? And again, this is yet another example. I see now there's a meme going around with that unfortunate incident with the boat with the bodies now.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't take some creative Chinese long to come up with a meme that even dead bodies could breach our borders. A kind of foolishness, right? I see some of them saying, well, after the lockdown of after Dr. Rowley put in a ban on grab and go, the only thing left for him to shut down now is the borders. They keep all these kind of ridiculous memes, right? But this is the United States here, and a vessel with 11 migrants was able to get into their waters undetected by the Coast Guard and so on. And I continue to maintain that they have far more resources than us, manpower, technology, all of their radar and all of these things, and yet still their borders can be breached. So it behoves me to understand how the hell these people expect that, outside of Kamala's dome, that the borders could be 100% shut down. Not when you have Chinese who are facilitating the trade in human flesh. Not when there is a demand for Venezuelans, for whatever reason, whether it is to provide cheap labor, whether it's for prostitution or whatever, that there is a demand in this country for that. And as long as there is a demand, there is money to be made. Trinidadians are going to facilitate it. But we choose to focus solely on the government, the borders, and not on the fact that you have citizens of this country who always find a way, no matter what the authorities do. So restaurants close, we're going to find a way around that. Right? Borders close, it have little beaches and things that the authorities don't know about. Listen, it's not like it's a literal wall around the country. So these people know they're scouting, they're going out and scouting, looking for places that they can bring in these people that the police and the Coast Guard really don't know about. So, and they defeat the purpose. So it matters not what the authorities do, so long as you have Chinese who only have their own self-interest at heart and not the well-being of the country. They will do.
Oh, boy. Take a call. Caller, good morning. I lost it. Call me back. 342-0081-466-5391. Call us up. Caller, good morning.
But I have to laugh at the person left, right, and center this morning. Yeah, now, the clip that you show with the young boys by playing the football on the highway. And a set of garbage on the highway there. A pile of garbage on the highway and they playing football. I think for the next holiday, the police should walk around with one of those, those big trucks that the army have. That the army personnel is right behind. Those big trucks. They should walk around with 3 or 4 of them and collect all these young boys who have nothing to do. And they see all the highway, so we're doing a project.
All they want something to do, or they have nothing to do. They can't stay in all their house, clean the streets. Or like where the thing they worry to put them in no thing. They may have no 1,000 and 2,000 and 3,000, how much ever it is. The paper breaching these things, but all they're going to work. Clean the highway, we put in all here, 2 army men, 3 goes. Clean this stretch of the highway, carry them another place, give them something to do. They have nothing to do. Don't worry to carry them in a police station to expose none of our police officers more than they expose already with the scooping because they're dropping down one after the other. So find something for them to do all on these highways and byways and wherever you could get them to do for the day. Give them a day work. Let them do something to compensate for the stupidity. Because I don't understand, and people, and that is not the only clip, you know. They have a couple of them running through the streets. The police come in, and they're running through the streets. Like, this is a big game, a big joke. And about the Venezuelans and these things, I always say that the government have to put a heavy fine on something. Find some way to put a heavy fine on Trinidadians to stop this. Because they bring them for working purposes. Anywhere you go, and they have place to stay. If these people do not have place to stay, if they're not getting housing easily and jobs easily, automatically they're going to stop coming. So the same people who complaining about them is the people who entertaining them and encouraging them to come. Look at that party yesterday. Who live saying? Who house is that? Was Sunday, I think the party was. What house is that in Palsy? And look how much of them. I hope all who don't have the papers right, I hope they're back on the way to go back from where they come from. All employers who hire people that don't have the papers right should be given a heavy fine. You have to do something to deter this. But once they get in jobs and they get in place to live when they come here, they are going to continue to come. We have to deal with it when they reach here. If we can't stop them from coming, when they reach here, you have to put it on our citizens. If you hire them and they don't have the papers, so much we have 16,000. If you hire out of that pool, you have a heavy fine to pay, and that is the only way they're going to stop from coming. I'm not calling back for the day. I'm going for time.
Caller, good morning.
Good
morning.
You put down your foot and say something, you must mean it. When you tell your callers, you know, if there's other callers have to call into Bruce, you have to, you know, stand for that, Bruce. It is overdo it, man. Honestly. Dominic,
Yes,
Bruce, wait my clip. Yeah, now for that one. Bruce, you see Carla boy book? See if you can get one and send it for Wayne Mark for me, please, now. It's the most nonsense I hear a big man say, Bruce, Jesus, God. I wonder who wrote that script for him, Bruce. I wonder if it was the mother of the nation. I gone. Dominic, can you all have a good morning?
Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Good morning.
I wasn't going to call you now, but you see that way, my clip, oh my God. It just puts me there. It just puts me everything what you saying right true. It have a price of you and people for being the most foolish. You cannot tell me in a party like that. Everybody that's trying to best is pretty foolish. I don't understand that. I'm really trying to make my side, and it just shows how these people have nothing to do and they're not relevant. And for some reason they see that, oh God, yeah. Anyhow, look on and say, bro, you know the man say partnership, but I'm a kid, but if I know what and the man partnership, but he's a big guy to me dead. Anyhow, look on and say.
Yeah, man. Good.
Caught up in no man's land, don't know where you stand. Pretty lady, just where you are. Living in
Dominic, we have a few more minutes before we, as they say, exit stage, right?
I just wanted to quickly read the statement that was put out by the Commissioner. He says, I would like to thank the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago who overwhelmingly adhered to our first of 2 planned daylight curfews. Special mention to the hundreds who also made contact, sending a short video of youths from Beetham Gardens breaking curfew and playing football on the roadways. We absolutely condemn such actions and warn against repeating in the future. But understanding the spirit of the state of emergency is not about locking up people. Rather, it is about preventing persons from gathering, and we are satisfied that today was an overall success despite the Beetham anomaly. Some are calling for the PPPS to hunt them down at all costs, find them and bring them to justice. And we are happy to inform that the infraction was mere seconds, and once officers in the vicinity were alerted by the command center, all scattered when they responded. However, understanding that officers can't be on site all the time, we are appealing to the parents, guardians, and older heads to let good sense prevail by guiding the youths to do better, to be better, as we battle this invisible enemy which has stolen so many of our fellow citizens' lives. This is about collective responsibility and behavioral change. To the young men, I understand your frustration, I understand the exuberance of youth, and I promise that after the SOE and when things are back to normal, I will organize a football match where you play officers from the Interagency Task Force, which I am confident the police officers would easily beat you in the football match with pride. So the challenge has been thrown out, the gauntlet has been laid down. Hey, let's see where it goes from here. But I think that's a step in the right direction, other than, everything. It shouldn't always be punitive. I think these young men would appreciate that more, and it could help to build relations between the police and the community that they are from, especially when this particular community is often besieged by members of the opposition. There's that young lady, Vicky Rampasad, remember the places she called that she says aren't getting COVID and people not dying. And they always love to talk about Beetham, Laventille, and Mova. For whatever reason, they like to call up that place in the mouth. And unfortunately, some of their activists from those areas don't seem to see the need to defend. And I call out God Christopher there because I know he's from Mova. So defend your community now, puppy.
He called her to get revoked.
Yeah.
But let me say happy birthday going out to Noel Herbert. He's 16 years old today. It comes from your mom, Tash. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy your day and have a great, great, great day today. Watching watching my time. Let's see if I could find the word for today. Hey, but I have to call Miss Felix when I'm finished.
Keep your hopes up
So just in a little bit, we'll be out of here. And as we say, passing over the hot seat to Pastor Google, who is coming in just a bit. In the meantime, caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Good morning.
God, but it's something that never getting. Instant morning, I call him. Anyway, good morning to everybody. 1285 Patton Street, Mammy Sauce, Jackie and Jackie. Morning, girlfriend. Good morning to people of Bonnet Garden. Thanks for staying inside yesterday. And the people of Mount Oak, thank you for being. And listen, they should hold somebody for that thing yesterday, Anderson Wilson. He should be held for instigating yesterday. I don't know what. Listen, something going wrong, Anyway, love to everybody. I ain't getting enough time to say what I want to say, but Bruce and Dominic, all you put on all your mask before you do anything. You understand? Cover your head. Make sure your boy and them okay. I ain't talking about your son here gone.
Ah, boy. And then there was that.
Vado.
The word for today is adventurous. I want to read the word now. The word for today is adventurous. I live my life as a continuous adventure. In the past, I may have felt scared to try new things, feeling intimidated about looking foolish or feeling frustrated about not doing something well. Today, I take a new approach and see trying new things as an adventure. Life is meant to be lived fully, even if it means taking some risk. With an adventurous spirit, I open my mind to the possibilities around me. I step out of my self-imposed boundaries and welcome new experiences. I may join a club, take a class, or learn to play a musical instrument. More than that, I am welcoming a change in attitude within myself. I see myself deserving of growth, fun, and of life full of color and energy. With courage and fortitude, I declare I love to try new things. I am adventurous. See, the former things have come to pass, and new things I now declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Isaiah 42:9. Let me probably take another phone call before we head out. So let's see who's on the line. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, friend of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hey, morning, my brother. How are you?
Not too bad, my brother. I'm alive and well in Trinidad and Tobago. Nice. Good morning to my financial guru, my male guru, female guru, and mother. Good morning, wherever I am. My grandmother in Tobago and Mr. Landy and all the listeners to 91.9. Good morning. Bruce Wayne, yesterday was, they would call it, I call it Arrival Day. East Indian people, because they came on that day, they call it Indian Arrival Day. But they put two African descendant men to represent East Indian Day. So yesterday, where you expect the media, yesterday was considered on the East Indian side, East Indian Arrival Day. So you put two African men on a press conference to discuss what? Yesterday was this, that's why the media couldn't ask them anything, Dominic. What do you expect? That is why the media, because yesterday was considered East Indian Arrival. What did they come there yesterday to tell the population? Anything of any substance? They are dead. If you notice what is going on with Kingsley and Garth Christopher, we have to understand they are outside. So they used Anderson yesterday to put men on the beat on the bus route. Remember a few weeks ago, we had a man pull up with a ton load of guns. You all remember that? Where were those guns going? So that didn't work out. So we get with Kingsley and Garth Christopher, they couldn't rouse up the population in Labantil because Labantil don't have it. PNM constituency don't have the virus. So apparently we listening to good information. Right? So they decide that ain't gonna work. So we decide to get Anderson to get a group of young black men to go on the bus route. So when the police run in there between yesterday and today to lock them up, you know what's gonna happen on the beat them, right? So what they didn't see happening, they find another alternative to try to make it happen. Black people all they wake up, you know. We had 1990. Black people all wake up, understand. Jail is coming. We had 2 men for how much years was supposed to be extradited. A man come with a bunch of keys and a snake, and where become a he? And these 2 men still here. And we have a former Attorney General is before the court. Understand what is this playing up here? Jail is coming. Mr. Prime Minister, good morning. Attorney General, good morning. Bruce Wayne, all enjoy the day.
You too, man. Take care. So, Dominic, that's basically all the time we have for today. As we get ready to, as they say, ride out into the sunset.
Yeah, but I just have 2 things to do today, and I will be back in my house.
And I have to.
Yeah, so just me and my TV today.
I have some studying to do, so
right.
I'm going to be getting down to that. So, folks, as we say, Dominic, ciao.
Ciao.
Living in loneliness, teardrops you can't resist. You look so weary and so sad. Yes, I know what you've been through. All your life he's been hurting you. I'll share my life with you. I'll make your dreams come true. I'll be your miracle. Yes, I would. He built your hopes up high, then put you down to cry. He left you lonely, cries easy. Your dreams are now yesterday.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
I need to hear some more voices. The people at home, if you love the culture, oh God. We have any mighty shadow fans, put your hand in the air, just wave it for me. Every time I feel it.
Music sweet, music sweet. Aye, aye, aye. You want to invent music, got to be terrific, got to be the one who created the sun. Rivers and oh, aye, 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 aye. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty sweetness and music have no friends or no enemies. Everybody sing, tingle it, tingle it, tingle it, tingle it. If your clothes tear up, your shoes burst up, you could still jump up when music play. Old lady, young baby, everybody could sing it out. Say tingle it, Papa dear. I want you to make a round of applause for second star right now, please. It's been a while. I haven't seen so much people in one space for live performance. One more time for the boss, everybody! Somebody, you know that one. Second come in. What we say?
I need to hear some more voices. The people at home, if you love the culture, oh God. We have any mighty shadow fans, put your hand in the air, just wave it for me. Every time I feel it.
Music sweet, music sweet. Aye, aye, aye. The one to invented music got to be terrific, got to be the one who created the sun. Represent. Oh, aye, 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 aye. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty sweetness and music have no friends or no enemies. Everybody sing, tinkle it, tinkle it, tinkle it, tinkle it. If your clothes tear up, your shoes burst up, you could still jump up when music there. Oh lady, young baby, everybody could sing it out. Say Nicolette, Nicolette, Papa dear. I want you to make a round of applause for second star right now, please. It's been a while. I haven't seen so much people in one space for live performance. One more time for the girls, everybody. Papa dear. You don't know. Second coming. What we say? Avia, ya, 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 ya. Avia, wa, 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 wa. Papa dear, ya, ya, ya. Papa dear, ya, ya, ya. Let me say for now, I love you.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
I decided that I would try it once for some strange reason. It started to work. Because every time I run on hard surface, my left knee as well tends to pain the next day. So I tried it and some miracle it worked.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Is it your mind or does the product work?
Well, I've been running on the road every day now, and I have no pain in my joints. So it's definitely the product.
So the product works.
Definitely.
Sky is not the limit, please stay open. Be a voice for change and inspiration, yeah. Be true to yourself with every motion. Be fearless when you speak, the future's waiting, yeah. Just be, just be, just be, just be. Be mobile, just be.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
righteous and faithful, ever true. We lift our hands and sing all praises to the King of matchless worth, of matchless worth.